everybody, this is Dave from PWC Brackets. It is 4th of July. We're out here getting set up for our cookout, and the cool news about that is we can bring our speakers with us. They don't just sit on the jet skis. So we are going to be using some of our speakers tonight for our little party. But while I was out here, I wanted to go ahead and do a quick decibel reading meter because we had some tables we pulled out, and I wanted to kind of show you. I had somebody ask me about the different speakers I had while they were over here, and I said, well, this would be a perfect time for us to show you the difference in our speaker, the JBL Extreme 2, and of course we bought out our 60 watt speaker. So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be playing a track. Doesn't mean that the speaker sounds bad, guys. I don't hate on JBL or UE Mega Boom. I'm just showing you the facts. You make your own decisions. Everybody likes the way their speaker sounds. We understand. All we're saying is give us a chance, and we're going to prove to you that our speakers are actually louder. And they are clear, guys. We're not, just because I know people are like, oh, it's louder, it's probably distorting. It actually does not. We have built-in compressors. We also have built-in EQs that handle most of that. There are 3 different EQ settings on our speakers, and so that allows you to adjust it to what you kind of like. We try to get it pretty close. Most of my customers are going to enjoy the vocal mode because when you're on a jet ski, bass doesn't matter. So I will go over these 3 speakers, and I'll kind of show you, tell you the decibel, the weight, and how loud they are. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the meter is a decibel meter. It is going to pick up some of the background noise. That's okay, but really what we're looking for is peak volume. This is not to say that JBL sounds bad. This is not to say that it's not that loud. It's just going to show you that ours is louder. We haven't tested these yet, so I'm hoping it is, but I'm pretty sure it is. With that being said, I'm going to set the meter to where it records the max decibel possible. So we're going to see an average, and then it'll snap up on certain frequencies. That's going to give you that max volume, and then that'll let you see exactly which one is louder. So we're going to record that on the meter that I have down here below. Okay, ready? So we did beat it. Okay guys, so as you can see by the video, the Soundwav120 Watt speaker is louder than the JBL. I'm not going to get too technical on the actual decibel levels, but I will give you a little insight on that. You can look it up, you can talk to somebody who builds stereos. Once you hit a certain decibel level, to get an extra 2 or 3 decibels, there's a couple things that have to happen. 1, you have to double the power. 2, you have to double the speaker size. Or 3, you have to basically build a box or something that's giving you a certain frequency to peak at a certain level. So with this particular, what you're noticing here is we have more power. They're pretty much the same size speakers within them. I'm using 1-inch tweeters, I'm using 3.5-inch drivers. We both have the same, but I actually have more power. As far as clarity, they both sound incredibly clear. I'm not saying the JBL sounds bad. To me, it actually sounds a little bit more muffled. That's me. Now, to you, you may say, oh, it's the clearest thing I've ever heard. Okay, everybody's perception of hearing is different, but I will tell you that my speaker is not struggling at high-end volumes. And there is 3 different EQ modes, so we do have one that's a vocal mode that does clear it up a little bit, and that's actually the one that we recorded it in, so we did get a little bit louder. But as a side note, I did have a customer email me and ask me, well, how does a 60 watt hold up to these two? We've already done a video, but we're gonna go ahead and redo that video to kind of show us that even the 60 watt is a little but mighty speaker. The decibel levels are pretty high. The clarity is really nice. I will tell you though, overall, the JBL and the Soundwave 120 watt does have a fuller sound. What I mean by that is it's gonna have a little bit more of those mids. It's gonna be a little warmer sounding. The 60 watt sounds great, but it's gonna be hard to mask any type of warmer sound we're going to get from the larger drivers that we're using in both of those speakers. And also they do have separates. They have a mid-bass driver, which is controlling the mid-range, and then they have a tweeter, which is holding the frequencies, which are higher up, whereas the 60 watt speaker is using one driver and the frequencies are throughout that whole entire driver. With that said, we're going to do a quick test on the 60 watt to show you how it stands up against these two powerhouses, and then we'll go from there. Thanks again. Here we go. Okay guys, so we're back in the house, and I'll try to keep this short and simple. Basically, if I was to rate all these speakers, I would say that the 60 watt actually was the winner for me today. The only reason why is because of the value. You can get a great sounding speaker for a good price, and that's what we are here at PWC Brackets. With that being said, my 120 watt speaker is louder. It is also bigger. It's a little bulkier. It does work on their brackets, and it is louder. I mean, overall, the understanding, to get 1 or 2 decibels, like I told you guys, it's really hard to do once you hit a certain number. With that being said, number 1 would be the 60 watt, number 2 would be the 120 watt, and number 3 would be the JBL. The JBL did not sound bad at all. It wasn't an awful speaker. It held its own, but it just wasn't as loud. Not a big deal. I mean, if you guys want to spend more money on something because it has the name JBL or UE Megaboom, then, you know, I say do it. Or if you currently have one, I say rock it. And if it ever takes a poopy on you, then I hope you'll reach out to us and give us a chance. Again, guys, we are a small business. We do this for you guys. I own a ton of speakers. I mean, I've got probably 50 different speakers down in my basement that we have tested. So these are just for you guys to, you know, you make your own decisions, guys. I know there's no better way than really going out and listening to them, but you can ask around, check the reviews, and see what my customers say. And we are a small business, and we do try to make sure you guys have a great experience. With that being said, ride safe, ride loud, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at any time at pwcbrackets@gmail.com. This video's got a little long, so I'm gonna cut it short here. Be safe, guys. Ride safe, ride loud. Peace.